Hi there, it's Kathy from One Sweet Shop. Well, I was playing with all the apothecary stuff this morning, and I thought, I still have some stuff left, and there's still things I want to do. And I thought, I've been talking about making these little dangles and charms for a while now, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and make them. And we're going to see how they turn out. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. We'll see how they turn out in the end. They might be great, they might be not. I can't find any of my ball pins, and I know I have them because I was using them just the other day when I was making things. But I've lost them in my whatnot. So I had made those apothecary pockets in a previous video. They're like this, these little apothecary pockets. And I had still some more prints left over, and I started cutting out pieces of the cardstock to make these. I wanted to put these into the witch journal just as a little slide in, maybe with some eyelash lace or something. And so I layered these up with cardstock. These had brown in them. I think some of these had pink. I used 2 layers of pink and a layer of beige and then a layer of print. So there's 4 layers in total, and I just glued them all in together. I think I want to trim this. And then I wanted a couple little things to fit in my peach journal too. So I thought, okay, well, I have this really nice kind of orangey kind of fall color, and I'm going to use them up. So these are just pieces that came off of that print. I don't know if this one was this side. Yeah, I think it was. And I just cut them all apart and made 3 separate. And then these were just jars. And then I had to cut them 4 times, which was really difficult because I glued them down first. And then I had to cut around them. These here, I used a little bit of purple ink. It didn't quite work out well. I'm going to go over it with a brown. It's okay. I don't mind. So I thought I'm going to finish these off here. I do have some little dragonflies I want to put on them. And I am going to coat them so that they're sealed. I did find a couple ball pins. Not very many though. I don't know. I think I took them to another place when I was making jingles for some journals in the downstairs. So what I'm going to do is there's 4 layers of cardstock on here, and I'm just going to shade these up right now just because I want them to stand out. And I want to do it before I stamp on the back. I want to do some stamping on the backs of these. I don't know if my fingers are probably going to turn orange now, but we'll see. So I just thought, well, I'll shade them up a little bit. I found one of these little fingertip shaders, and I thought, well, I won't waste one of my big inkers. So I'll just use this. I have a whole box full of these little guys. And I use them for different flower projects when I'm shading the flower leaves. I use these because I can just get around the edge of the flowers, and it doesn't waste all my expensive ink brush things like this. I didn't want to waste them all just for one color that I don't use very often. So I thought, well, okay, I'm going to shade these all up, and this one's going to look great inside my other journal. This is exactly what I was needing. Add a little bit of color. Maybe I'll dangle it off the front. Put some more shading on these. And then I'll go around some of the bottles because they have this like harvesty looking color in them. So they look kind of nice, autumnish. But these I'll probably hang off of. I am making an autumn journal. So these I might even hang off of that. And this orange is actually covering up that pink cardstock that's in there. I think I'm going to go over it with a little bit of brown anyway, just because I want to darken the color quite a bit. There is quite a bit of pink in here because I guess I should have thought and not used the pink cardstock. But I thought it was there. I was going to use it up. It was a heavy cardstock, so I like to just use what I have on hand here. So, and these have 4 layers. These are super stiff right now. Like, they are absolutely stiff. So There we go. That's good. Oh, and I'll do these candles too. I thought these candles were kind of pretty. And I didn't want to throw that little tiny piece of paper away. I thought, well, you know, I could use that for something. And then I found some of those little apothecary labels. I thought, you know what? I could probably use a couple of them. I know they're not like pretty little sentiments like sweetie or love or cherish or anything. But I thought they could have little apothecary sentiments on them instead. So, try something different. This one said honey, and it said honey and borax, but I cut them apart. But it was some kind of mixture, some type of mixture thing. Maybe I'll put them on the same one. We'll see. Okay, so those are kind of shaded up. I'm not sure about the purple, whether I'll put anything. This says magic. That was on one of the little apothecary labels too. I can't remember which one. Something. There we go. Something about silk and woolen. Something you add to silk and woolen, it looks like. No, I don't know what this one is. I couldn't really read it. Something so carefully. I don't know. I do have a couple that say poison and stuff, but I don't think I'll use those. I'll make up these later. So that's all ready to go. Now, I want to do something a little different. And I actually want to use some of these little stamps. And I got these stamps. I don't remember where I got these stamps. I may have gotten them from Michael's. Probably. I probably got them from Michael's. Where's the block? Oh, that's not a very big block. That one's pretty dirty, but you know what? Let's try it. Oh, let's move it over. Let's try it. And you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to use that autumn color. I think it's a terracotta color. And I'm going to ink this up. And I'm going to flip these over. Because if I could stack more than one at a time, that would be good. Let's see what I can do here. I might do that in a different color, but we'll try this one. I'm not sure how much ink will go on here, but let's do 2 of these, maybe 3 of these at a time. And let's see how that turns out. Yeah. Just kind of wanted something different on the backs of them. Just so it has something, you have something to look at, right? Let's put that one there. Oh, I'm going to ink up my thing here, but that's okay. There's another one. I'll get some more on here. This thing actually picks up the ink really super well. So that's good. That way. Probably need some more ink, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Okay. Let's put a little bit at the top up there. There we go. Yeah, I love these stamps. I'm so happy I got them at Michael's. I actually bought them because I wanted to stamp miniature items, so that didn't turn out very well. Let's go over it again. I wanted to stamp miniature items, and I wanted all this little writing to show when I was doing it. I think I'm not going to put that there. I'm going to have to wipe that off. Or cover it up with something. Maybe I'll cover it up with paper. And so I wanted to have little tiny writing on the miniature, on the paper. I was making little journals, little miniature journals. And, okay, perfect. Nice. That worked out well. Okay, so Let's seal that up. I'll wash that off later. I don't think I even have a Kleenex now. I did have. What did I do with it? I threw it in the garbage. That's what I did. Oh well. Okay, is that gonna come off? I'll wash it later. Get it off my hands. Okay, so let's put something underneath there then. How about that? Okay, so those look pretty good. They're all inked up on the backs. Now I put 2 holes already in these ones. So I'm going to move them off to the side because I'm going to punch the holes with the crocodile. And now I think I want these to hang from the side is what I want them to do. So I'm going to do it this way. I'll do a couple this way. I'll put that one up there. And I'll do a couple from the other side. I really like these little bottles. They turned out fantastic. They were a little bit of a pain to cut around because what I had done is I had glued the whole sheet of paper onto the 4 pieces of cardstock, and I had all this really super thick cardstock then, and I had to cut around it, but my scissors are pretty sharp, so it worked pretty good. I'm gonna have orange fingers today. That's okay. Now, I'm not even sure if I have any eyelets to match these. I'm going to do it off on the side. I'll cut a hole in my flower. Do I have, let me see, I have these. What color's in here? Well, I do have some purple ones that can go in here. And I just want to add the eyelets just because it makes them look like they're finished off. And there's another one. Put an eyelid in there. Oh boy, I can't make my fingers work today. I don't want to work today. Okay, there's another one I could do in purple. I don't think I have enough orange, but I could do the rest in yellow, I guess. Put that in there. Oops. This one could actually be this is kind of a rust yellow color. Let's do that. So just putting all these little eyelets into these holes. I'll tell you, this crocodile makes it look so easy. Do you know that I used to do it with one of those tools? I used to have to hammer it first to make a hole. Then I had to, I think this thing was called a setter. I had to put a little nib on something. And then I had to put the eyelet on the nib and then try to push it down really hard. It was so hard. This machine here, though, is a godsend. Just love it. Oh, here, you know what? Let's put this one on here. It matches all the ingredients in the bottle. I sure hope I'm in frame because you're way, way above my head and I have no idea. I don't even really get a chance to look up, stand up and look up there when I'm making a video, so hopefully I'm in frame and I'm not off to the side. This is not going to take long with this. I am going to punch another hole in these because I want to put those dragonflies on. I absolutely love these dragonflies, and it's not very often that I find a opportunity to use them. Oh, I think I'll use a black one in here. So, there we go. Good. Those are all done. Yeah, I don't often have an opportunity to use them, so I want to use them up. Oh boy, let me see if I can get these back in this little bottle. I have so many of these little bottles. I have some that are even tinier than this because I keep all my miniature cookies in them. And then I make these little bakery cakes with little designs on top, and I make them in sets of 6, and I package them in these little mini tins when I'm packaging. Sorry that you have to watch me pick up a million things here. Okay. All right, so I am going to ink my brush because I'm going to do this before I start. Okay. I'm going to do this before I know I inked them orange, but I'm going to add some brown too. I want to get into the little creases that the orange, oh, it looks like a little bit more glue on there. I'll put some on. It'll seal down anyway. I'm going to be Mod Podging these, so I'm going to put a little bit of brown and mix it in with whatever color is in there. Hopefully it doesn't come off onto my inker. Yeah, there's a little bit of pink showing, and I didn't want the pink showing, so make sure it's covered. I'm preferential to this vintage photo look. I really like it, you know, like it is my favorite. What do you think about the stamps on the back? I kind of like that. It gives it, that way if it flips and dangles around, at least there's something to look at on the back. It's not too plain. I kind of like stamping on the back. I can't wait to use the rest of those stamps. I don't even know how many other ones are in there. I think there's a check blank, and I think there's a little invoice. It's hard to tell. This is an invoice. This is a check blank. I don't even know what that is. This is a tiny miniature postcard. Oh, and here's another check too. First National Bank. Those are really cool. So I'm so happy that I picked those up at Michael's. It's not very often that I find something that's already miniaturized that I can use for when I'm making miniatures. I do a lot of miniatures, but lately I've been working on a lot more book items and journal items and stuff, though, because, well, I'm trying to get ready for Christmas, of course, and I'm hoping to launch a few things here in the near future. And there we go. That's all done. Okay. We're going to be putting the clips on, but you know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to add these first. Now, I don't know if I'm going to put any on these first, so let's leave that one there. And let's see. Honey. Where can I put honey? You know what? It doesn't really matter where I put honey. Honey's going to be fine no matter where it goes. So, I think I'm going to use this. I don't even know if I can get this out of here, but we'll see. Oh, yeah. I'm going to use this. I am going to... Well, maybe it's lavender honey. Who knows? But, is this one? Something carefully. Let's put this somewhere. Maybe I'll stamp something over it after. Let's put that one there. I don't know where I want to have borax and benzene. That's just kind of weird. I wasn't going to put one on there, but I think I will. I don't know where I want that one. Well, I guess it's going to go on this one. Just because it is. I'm going to trim off those ends. I don't think I'm putting that on there, but I think I want to put magic on this one. I kind of wish it was smaller. Had I thought about it, I would have printed a whole bunch of stuff off on my printer. That's the ones that are going to get those on my printer before I started this project. But, oh well. Next time, maybe I'll make some more of these. Maybe I'll do them in every color, just so I can have different looks for different books. Okay, so that's good. Now, I want to add a couple dragonflies here. Which clipper am I on? I'm going to put a dragonfly on this one. I think right there. Because by the time these dry, I won't be able to put one on. And I think I want to put one on the candles. And I want to put one on here for sure. These are a little bigger, so I can. Okay. I'm not quite sure how well they'll fit, but I'm going to do it anyway, and I might have to cut off some of the ends. All right, let's flip that around, and I'll have to get my cutters, and I will cut that off after, but it does look cute. I like it. There we go. Let's put one there. I hope I'm still in frame. Yeah, these are great. I guess I could turn the end in. Yeah, I could. I could turn the end in. Let's do that on this one too. Still gonna hold it in place. And let's put a little dragonfly there. I'm a dragonfly person. I love dragonflies and butterflies. Both of them. My favorite insects. Oh, I can't do that with that one. Hang on. Let me see. Let's flip it this way. And let's turn it a little bit. There we go. That's better. And I'll just move that one over there. It'll be like a V. Okay, this one here. I love these little dragonflies. So cute. They're going to end up getting a little bit of Mod Podge on them, but that's okay. When I Mod Podge it, it'll all stick down in the end. Okay, let's see if I can pull this one over. Oh, yeah, I think that ink pad's getting my fingers a little orange. That's okay. Do I want you that way or this way? Maybe this way. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I think everyone that had a hole got a dragonfly. Okay, so I'm gonna Mod Podge these, and I'm gonna sit them down, I think on that. I could add the rings, because you know what? It's gonna be too wet for me to do it after. So, I'm gonna add the rings. They might get some Mod Podge on them, but I'll have to live, I guess. Just gonna, the other day I was using these little pliers with these things. I didn't realize they're so soft. They're just like, it's nothing to pull them apart. So easy to put on. Oh, I need a few more, but I have one more. Okay, put that on there. Oh, I got two more. Okay, good. I'd like to put them on the bottles at least. Oh, I might need my little pliers for that one. Okay, the bottles, this one. There's one more here. Well, I'm using up every scrap I have. These are all just leftovers from projects gone by. Okay, now I'm going to leave the clips off that. Put those in there so I don't lose them. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of Mod Podge to this. Look at my tiny bottle. Do you know what? We pay, let me see. How much is it? $16.99? Something like that. $16.99 for a, how big is that bottle? 12 ounces? 12 ounces of Mod Podge. And I found at the Dollar Tree they had these little 2 ounce bottles, and I went, what does that equate to? I'm gonna move this over here because I can put them on it to dry. And it's actually cheaper for me to go to the Dollar Tree and buy them in 2 ounce bottles, and nothing dries out. It's I use it quickly and it gets put away, and it's actually way cheaper. So I like how it makes everything pop out, and it seals it all in. It's going to seal the ink, and it's probably going to turn it a little bit yellow because of all the inking I was doing on the edges here. This one might even turn a little purple, but I like how it makes everything pop out, and all the words will pop out. All the colors on them are going to pop out on these little bottles. They sure look cute. Look at how deep the purple is. The purple is starting to pop already. And I don't know what it's going to do to the dragonflies, but I guess we'll see. We'll give them a little coating anyway, just so they have some. I got ink and Mod Podge. And I like these little candles. These kind of look, they look Halloweenish, actually. So, orange candles. I have a whole bunch of Halloween prints, and I didn't even make a Halloween journal yet this year. I'm going to. As soon as I get a chance, I want to make at least one. So, whoops, don't stick together. So, I'll make something that's Halloween, something that's autumn or fall. It's hard to get into fall when I'm already doing Christmas. It's like I skipped fall this year, you know? I wasn't even ready for Halloween until Halloween Day, and then I went, ooh, I better buy candy for kids. So I did, and I spent way too much, and we barely had any children this year. It was just so quiet. I don't know why. It seems like all the neighbors were saying they were very quiet too. It was just a quiet year. I don't know, it was kind of cold because it had snowed before. So, and I'm thinking that's why it was so quiet. The kids just want to stay warm. They don't want to go out, and even candy doesn't entice them in cold weather. So, here we go. Yeah, that orange ink is giving them a real vintage look, which is really nice. It's actually kind of shading it a bit. I really like it. So, it's lots of fun. I have to get my brush into some solution, but I have to do the back yet, eh? And I hope that ink doesn't bleed. But I guess we'll see once I start working on it. I sure brought something here to hang them on. Would have been better. Earring tree or something. Oh well. Okay. The thing about Mod Podge is it dries so fast. I love it. I just love it. I'm doing the back already. Oh, it's not bleeding, so maybe a little bit. A little bit. That's okay. It'll still look great when it's done. Let's put that there, kind of prop it up, just because I'm giving them all a coat already. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang these from ball pins. I might put on a little bead, like say a little purple bead or a little orange bead or something, along with it a little circle bead, just because that way it'll have something on the color of the pin. And once the back and fronts are dry, I'll go all around these edges here and get all the edges and seal them all in, and it'll be sealed. They sure turned out cute. I like them. And the Mod Podge is going to hold the dragonfly in place too, if I've kind of bent around some of its pieces to hold it. There we go. Sure dries fast, which is nice. It's getting that really nice orangey color in there. It's really deep. Yeah, pretty. Very pretty. I like it. Oh, too much. Too much. Yeah, I sure like these little bottles of Mod Podge because I don't have to worry about a big bottle drying out too fast. Whoops. Come here. I dropped things. My fingers are now covered in ink and Mod Podge. Some of these might look nice too if I hang them all together. I don't know. We'll see. If I hang like the orange flower ones with the little round ones, maybe dangle them off a little chain. That might look kind of cute too. I'm amazed that we're getting this done so quickly, but it helps when you're rushing a little bit. I didn't intend to make a long video today, but I have this stuff out, and I really hate pulling things out twice. I am going to, I need plastic for this. I'm going to stick this in plastic just so it doesn't dry out. Where's my end here? There. Just so it doesn't dry out. This is what I do with all my paintbrushes when I'm painting all the time. There we go. Now, those are all going to eventually dry, but some of these can have a paper clip so they can clip to the top of a page. So we can do that with some of these, and then I can actually loop beads on here, which would be nice too. I can have some little beads. So, and that would hang really, really nice at the top of a page. I'll put it so it dangles right in the bottom here. It won't get stuck on the page here. There we go. Pull it down. There we go. So now when it hooks on a page, I don't want to do it, it's wet right now, but now when it hooks on a page like that, whoops, oh, and it fell off there. Let me see what's going on. There we go. There. I don't know what I did. Something. Anyway, now when it hooks on a page, it'll just kind of swing on the page. So that'll be good. Just let that dry. It's almost dry already. Now this one here, this one could maybe dangle from the front of something, and then we'll put it on a ball pin. There we go. Let it dry. What else do I have? Oh, I have some tiny, tiny little pins here. And they could maybe, maybe this way. That could be pinned on to my peach journal. This one here, I've got a black pin. So you kind of get the idea of what you can do with these. It's super fast. And this side here is dry already. Is this dry? This is almost dry already. That is wild. So I'll go around it yet while my brush is still wet, and I'll finish off all these side seams here. It's made them super hard. They'll be hard when they're done. And what's this one? This can hang from a little ball pin. I'll find my gold ones. Maybe I'll just go out and buy some more. I'm tired of looking for them. Look at how cute those are. They turned out adorable. I can't believe how fast that dries. Mind you, it's extremely warm in here because it's winter. We got the heat on. And my craft room is always super warm. Look at how nice those turned out. And they're going to be just so nice to be dangling from pages. And the colors. Look at how the Mod Podge makes the color pop out. So anyway, that was the rest of my apothecary blunder with the printer. This is the end results. I'm getting some really cool crafts out of it. I'm really happy to have these. And now they're ready to hang. And you know what I was thinking? If I put a little, let me see, let's make this a little bigger. Let's move that in. Okay. If I put a hole there, I guess I have a blue one. I don't have any more purple, but I have a blue, I have a green. No, the green's too bright. I have a blue one, and I'm going to stick it on. These are those apothecary pockets I made earlier. I'm putting, oh, that feels kind of rough on the bottom. Let's do that again. There we go. Now, I can actually hang one of these from it. And I kind of like that. Look at that. That's just a little added touch of something. Should I flip it around maybe? I don't know. I think I need to put one of those circle clips on there. So, but at least it dangles. It looks cute. So, anyway, well, thanks for joining me and crafting along with me here. Maybe this gives you some ideas to make yourself some little dangles for your journals or any craft that you make. And have fun. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.